Hey guys, right now we're going to be talking about miscellaneous items that you want to carry on your person. These are things that I personally have found very useful at all the 24-hour events that I've been to. Obviously, you want to start off, dead rag. I always carry a dead rag. I can't stress enough that you need one of these. All right, walking around with your hands up like this without a dead rag, if you get shot, hey, that's your own fault because you didn't bring a dead rag. Most event producers require these. During low light, nighttime, obviously I have a red light on top of my head that we've already talked about. Definitely pick one of those up. I use the V light from S&S Precision. You can also get a knockoff version called the E light, which is a Chinese copy, works just as well, and it lasts for hours and hours and hours. I like to use bug spray. I remember I went to Operation Pine Plains 5 at Fort Drum in New York. I remember we were on a Frago mission, brought us deep into the woods. We had to go find an airfield and count the bad guys. Well, the route that me and my squad took brought us through a large open field that was covered in mosquitoes. I was wearing bug spray. My buddy was not. While we laid there and had to make this sketch, he had bumps all over his face, trying to cover himself up with cami netting to keep the mosquitoes off of him. So I can't stress enough bug spray. Don't just think that you apply it in the beginning of the event and it'll be good for 24 hours. No, you need to continuously reapply this stuff. You're going to sweat. It's going to run off your body. If you get the DEET stuff, I usually apply that to my outer layers, around my ankles, cuffs, anywhere where like ticks and stuff can get in. And then I wear bug spray like off against my skin. And I reapply it about every 4 to 6 hours. Comms is another big thing. All of Raptor 1, we use the Quansheng TG UV2s. It's about $80, very small, lightweight, dual band radio. Does VHF and UHF and GMRS. I use a trucker mic setup. I just keep it right up here, and then I have an earbud that runs into my ear so that when I'm getting radio chatter, it's not giving away my position or other people can hear what my teammates are saying. Radios are a big part of events. If you're going to be getting into serious MILSIM events, 24-hour events, you need to invest in a quality radio, preferably a dual band radio. Spend the money. Comms is very important. You can't come to these events with a little Motorola to talk about and expect to be able to communicate with your guys on the other side of rough terrain half a mile away. So I strongly suggest, especially for a RAPTAC event or any other serious MILSIM event, a quality radio is a must. I like to use this little fanny pack here just as a general purpose pouch. Everything's right in front of me. I can get to it. Personally, I carry extra batteries for my NVGs or my PEC unit. I'll carry some anti-fog. These are some ops drops. I also use the FogTech, and I apply these probably about every 2 hours. Like I said, with the bug spray, this stuff does wear off, so you want to continuously reapply it when you get the chance. Nothing ruins an event more than your inability to see your target. Multi-tool, invest in one. You will find a use for this, I promise. At our last RAPTAC event, I had to set up a bivouac site in the middle of the woods. I used this to create a camouflage position around my camp to keep myself concealed. I didn't have to lug around a big axe or any other large tools. I did it all with just this little multi-tool. This is a Gerber. You can find quality multi-tools at pretty much any hardware store or like a Walmart or something like that. I keep that in here as well. Electrical tape, never leave home without it. I always find a use for this stuff. Definitely you want to carry some of this. I always have a watch on me. This is a G-Shock. It's a very durable, tough watch. I've had this watch for about 6 years. Still going strong. It's about $110. Strongly suggest you get a watch. A lot of events now, they operate on a medic rule where there's a bleed out time or there's a time limit to medic. You want a personal watch so that you can keep track of that time and you're not guessing and you're not taking away from other people's experiences because you decide to just count in your head to 2 minutes when really you only counted to 15 seconds. So I always keep a watch on me. Some other things I like to keep in my pack, 550 cord, just, you know, it complements the electrical tape. If I have to set up a bivouac site, if I need to tie a door shut, if I need to repair something, 550 cord. I always have this in my pack. You can get spools of it for very cheap offline, or check out your local Army surplus stores. I always keep a personal flashlight. Here I've got a Princeton Tech headlamp. I've had this for a couple years now. It's powered by 3 AAA batteries. Has 3 different settings. This is great. I put it on my helmet or around my neck. If I need to read a map or something like that, just flip this little red lens up, do my reading. Doesn't give away my position, and it's very utilitarian. Can't suggest enough. Get a small handheld flashlight. It's going to complement a weapon light assembly because you may have to do some reading or searching for something. You don't want to be flagging your weapon all over the place. Obviously, I carry spare ammo. We got Elite Force BBs here. I keep those in my pack. Ammo is very dependent. I know at our events we restrict the amount of ammo that a rifleman can carry. LMGs as well can only carry a small amount of loose ammo. So check with the event producer on their rules. Find out how much spare ammo you can carry, but you always want to carry some loose ammo so you can jam mags if the event allows it. This is a little IFAK that all of Raptor 1 carries. It's got a tourniquet, some small band-aids, and an H bandage in it. All of us are qualified to use a tourniquet. We keep this in the same spot. Everybody carries it in their left cargo pocket, out of sight. It's not for show. This is for use with a real-world emergency. If I come upon a player that maybe staff hasn't seen and there's a real-world injury that needs my assistance, I have this on me to help out until EMS personnel can arrive. I strongly suggest that if you have the training, you have the knowledge to provide first aid, do everybody a service and yourself. Carry a small first aid pack. Tourniquets are not for show. These are for a real-world emergency, and if you can utilize these professionally and safely, do so. Now we're getting to got these flushable wipes here. You know, we've all been there. You're out in the field. Hey, nature calls. You got to answer. All right. And toilet paper kind of leaves you not feeling so fresh. I definitely carry a small amount of these in a 3-day pack. If my teammates need it or I need it. Chafing is not fun, especially when you're doing a 36-hour op and you're not going to be showering for a while. If nature calls, I use these. Definitely pick up a pair of these. You won't be sorry, I promise. Had a lot of questions for the RAPTAC event. Hey, what kind of pack should I bring? What kind of pack do you recommend? Really, selecting an assault pack is really personal preference. Everybody's a different frame. Everybody has different uses. How much gear are you going to carry? How long are you going to carry it for? Me personally, I have a Blackhawk assault pack here. It's a modernized version of the tried and true Alice system. I know a lot of guys that still use Alice packs today. It's a design that hasn't really lost its appeal. It still works, you know. The saying goes, if it's not broke, why fix it? So I use this. It carries everything I need it to. It has a large main compartment so that I can put my sleeping system and my base layers and inclement weather gear in there. And then I have smaller pouches for quick access items that I may need. High Pro, bug spray, flushable wipes, ammo, stuff like that. Really, you need to kind of look at yourself, lay out all the gear that you think you're going to bring to an event, and really decide, what do I need, what is priority, and how big does this pack have to be. When you're wearing a pack like this, and you find yourself at an event like one of ours where you may have to move over a great distance, wearing the pack correctly is essential. What you want to do is you want to center that weight as high up in the center of your back as possible. All right. You see a lot of players that, they don't adjust their shoulder pads, so all that weight is down here. What that's going to do is it's going to cause a lot of stress on your lower back. So you've got this big plate carrier, all this ammo in the front, and you have all this weight in the back. That's going to off balance you, and it's going to cause a lot of pain when you're trekking over, a couple hundred yards, maybe even a mile or so. So you want to bring it up, you want to cinch it down, all right? Packing your bag the correct way is essential. I'm not going to put all my heavy objects in the bottom, right? I'm going to try to center them and use lighter weight items to keep that heavy object centered. All right, so it's going to be up here, as high up as I can get it comfortably. I'm gonna test it fitting with my gear. All right, if I have a cinch strap down here, a waist belt, you want to use that. That will help get the weight on your hips, and it's going to stabilize your pack more if you have to move quickly. A common mistake I see a lot of airsofters make is they'll go to these large milsim events and they love carrying all this weight, and they get into contact and they try to keep their pack with them. Why bother? All right, real world military, if I find myself in a situation where I'm taking fire, I'm going to take this pack off. All right, it's going to make me more maneuverable, and I can always go back and get my gear if I need it. All right, so try to get a pack that has a quick release function. Wider shoulder straps are always good. It's going to not cause it to bite into you as much. Always test, if you can, your pack with the gear that you're going to be wearing, like your plate carrier. Make sure they sync up well and it's comfortable. Nothing's worse than having to make movement over 1,000 yards of rough terrain, and your back's hurting the whole time. It's going to ruin your experience.
Yo, well on your market, get set. Can't forget to go. In case you didn't know, the flow is fat like Joe. Yo, you niggas didn't know that I'm back, man. You whack, man. I eat a rapper like I'm Pac-Man. I figured they bring it straight from the cellar. Varela, packable hits the Lupinella. I swallow, nigga in his eye. If he test me, you don't impress me. Yo, books kick the rest, G. One time for your mind. Hey, yo, what up? The crew bringing the ruckus, no doubt. We's the roughest dream team, reign supreme like a cutlass getting duckers. The dope, you can't touch the flow. It's me, the nigga with G, the B, double O, K, S. So say yes and bust your caliber when I pop shit and rock shit like Metallica. Sticks through the heart of them snake face.